Dice. Rolls. Dragons. Trolls.
Dadventurous.
Welcome, everybody.
To?
Dadventurous. I just raised my glass and a cheers to the kid. Here, let's clink. That's probably great for audio. We're having morning drinks of chai water because...
Chai and water.
You know, we're kind of coming in on it, and I know I keep saying it, but I've got it mapped out now.
Into the next.
I think we're down to, like, the last couple episodes here.
Nice.
Depending on how things go. So...
You also said that a couple episodes ago.
But I think I said like 5 a couple episodes
Yeah.
ago. Now I think we're down to 2. We'll see.
Nice.
The daughter and I have been preparing for the next season. We're going to do a couple different things. We're going to do a little in-between how to play. And then she's going to take the reins after that. The dragon reins. And
you may not be riding any dragons, but...
You don't know.
Maybe
Actually,
you will.
Probably do know. And so... Without any further ado, thanks everybody for listening, and we're going to jump right in.
To?
We already did that.
Wait, what?
We already did the Adventures.
No. To the review.
The review? The recap.
It rhymes.
I see.
A due and review.
I see. All right. Last week, Kia managed to escape the beautiful paradise beach of Carl and Brad's new home, who they helped her defeat some scrabs on the beach, and then she was met up with Glaciera, Calvacia, Cabot, and of course the Mojingle. And they flew back up into the main part of Farflung Tower, where you had to fight your way through
hordes
of these little critters. And in the meantime, you had the airship people staying back. You had Glaciera roaming and guarding the skies, but you guys made a ground move towards the tower. Little scarab beetles came and pushed towards you with Calvacia's help and the help of some of your team. You guys managed to push your way through to the tower. There was a metal door with a twist knob. You opened it up, and some of the team decided to stay back and protect the door as more and more of these little scarabs started spawning. So Calvacia, Cabot, the Mojingle, Yasmin, Harwick,
Yeah.
Maud and Beryl, all those people.
Wait, Did Maud come with me?
Nope, Maud stayed back. And all those people stayed back to help get you to the tower, because that Maud told you that she thinks the rest of it is on you. And so the people that went in were you,
Czar,
Flibbit, and of course,
Gunther.
your grandfather Gunther. And that is where we are now. You hear the squeaking of the door as it starts to close behind you, and as you get one last peek out the door, you see another boof, boof, wave of scarabs come. Calvacia raises up her magic, everybody starts doing battle, and you hear this clash of combat as the door finally comes to a close, and you hear silence. What you see in front of you is this beautifully polished brass and metal tower entrance, but the tower itself is not very big, and so this first room you see kind of like a desk in this corner, you see a little kitchen in one corner, and at the far end you do see the beginnings of a spiral staircase. It seems to go up to another floor just a little bit above you, and everything is metal. And I said silence, but I should just say you don't hear the combat noises, because instead you hear the whirring of gears, the pistons. You hear mechanical things happening.
Oh, okay. So is there like a stepping through the door already in the room, or is there like an entrance hallway?
No, it's kind of like a lighthouse in a way.
Yeah.
So there isn't really an entrance hallway. You entered into a circular room.
Okay. I would like to creep around the edges, see if I can get to the desk.
Are you trying to be stealthy?
Yes.
Okay.
I would like to sneak around the edges of the room.
Go ahead and make a stealth check.
Ooh. Aha. 23.
A 23. Wow. Okay. You start sidling along the wall. careful of any traps. You sneak your way over, your fur brushing against the metal. It's cold, but you can feel sort of the hum of the life of the tower as you press your back up against the wall. And you are able to sidle your way over to the desk. Flibbit flying next to you softly. He goes, all right, Kia, what are we doing? Are we making our way over to the desk?
Yeah, we are. I want to see if she has any notes
Okay.
about what she's doing here.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I sneak over to the desk, and mindful of what Czar had on his desk, I would like to first partly extend my boat hook and stick it near the desk.
All right, so you launch out your boat hook, you reach forward, and you stick.
I'm literally touching it with a 10-foot pole.
The desk is pretty clean. There is a map of Elsewhere kind of inlaid into the desk, and she has little figurines of things on the desk itself. And then the desk is nice and wood, and there's a couple drawers. So you poke the desk, nothing happened.
All right. I'm literally touching it with a 10-foot pole.
You are. That's true. And so you are able to get closer if you like.
All right. I would like to retract my boat hook and look at the little figurines. Are they figurines of something, or are they just
an investigation check? You can have advantage because at about that time Gunther comes over too.
Oh.
And he goes, "Oh, Kia, I figured I'd come help you see what you were looking at." And he's just moving quietly. He's moving softly. About that time, you hear a loud banging as you look across, and Czar is tearing into the kitchen. He did not stealth anything. He rips a cupboard door off, and he pulls out a can, which is kind of bizarre to you a little bit, but it's a canned good thing.
Huh.
And he looks at it, and then he just throws it on the ground, and he just starts tearing into it.
Czar, wait! Shh! Czar!
Roll a persuasion check.
Natural 1.
He just looks at you, and he goes, and he just starts tearing into more.
Czar,
ripping
she'll
it
know
apart.
we're here.
She already knows.
Oh. That's probably true, actually.
And so you can have advantage on your investigation check
Okay.
for the map and the desk itself.
Slightly better. A 11.
Oh, it's pretty good as far as what this is. So it's a map of Elsewhere. You see Map's Edge, you see Scarlet Hill, you see Athon. And then on the map itself, you see little figurines. And at first, it's kind of hard to tell what they are. They're just little purple, like, columns. They don't look like anything specifically. But then you start noticing that there's one near Map's Edge. You start noticing that there's one kind of in the middle of the Storm Woods near the Gasoline Graveyard.
Oh! Is there one on Farflung Island?
There is one on Farflung Island as well.
Ah.
There's also one...
Is there one in Scarlet Hill?
There's also one in Scarlet Hill. And there's a big one in Scarlet Hill.
Oh. I pull out my own map.
Okay.
And unfurl it.
Unfurl it? Okay.
Okay. So I'm wondering if Theodora did the same thing I did and made her own little surge artifact.
You do notice that the big ones are on Scarlet Hill and on Farflung Tower, but you're not sure if it's about surge artifacts or something else.
Or
With that
just
11.
magical concentrations.
Yep.
Okay. So I roll up the map and put it away.
Okay.
And say, Gunther, can you make anything out of this?
Let me take a peek. The only thing I can think of is those are locations where surge scarabs have attacked.
Oh! You're right. Or are they storm location?
And he goes,
Well, aren't they kind of one and the same?
I suppose so. Yeah. Okay. So, does the desk have any drawers?
yeah, there's some drawers.
Start
Yeah, you
opening drawers.
open it up. With the 11, you pull open a couple drawers. And as you pull open one a little bit forcefully, they're all empty. It looks like they've been emptied. It looks like there's dust collected around clearly
Oh.
like a book, but there's no book there anymore. Some stuff, there's nothing in there anymore. It's like everything was pulled and there's dust collected around what used to be there. But
Okay.
as you pull open one, a little paper falls down into the drawer.
Oh, I snatch it.
Has some writings on it. Make an... I'm going to let you decide Arcana or Investigation check.
Arcana?
Yep.
My investigation is better. Ooh, 15.
15 with... Which one? Sorry?
Investigation.
Investigation? Okay. You can see that there's written notes here. You even see a little bit of a drawing as you're looking at it, and you see the projector
Oh.
on it. You see a lamp. Kind of looks like the lamp you grabbed at one point. You
Ah.
also see a hat drawn on it that looks awful lot like the cap. And then there's just notes next to it. And the weird thing that catches you more so than anything, the notes don't mean much to you. It's like math notes. It's like
Oh.
scientific
Calculations.
marking calculations. They don't mean much to you, but what catches your eye is the date at the top, which is written out to just about 300-ish years ago.
Oh. How long ago did you say the surge was?
300 years.
I turn to Gunther and point at
Point at it.
I just point at the paper. Say, Gunther,
He snags it up from me. He's
Gunther,
like,
look at the date.
Oh, it's a very old piece of paper.
Yes, but that's not the point.
Well, it's got
It's
got the projector on it. And
yes,
surged artifacts.
yeah. Which means, okay, so I'm extrapolating right now.
okay.
But Theodora, she's human, right?
I mean, yeah.
Then why is there a date 300 years ago?
You think this is Theodora's paperwork?
Well, I don't know. Do you know what her handwriting looks like?
It does look like her handwriting.
So she's like, not,
So what does that mean?
um,
And he just goes, "Oh boy, I suppose we just gotta go ask her."
sure, yeah. We'll go ask her.
Okay. Right about that time, you feel the tower start to rumble, just like it was doing outside. You feel this kind of surge of waves of energy. The tower itself starts shaking. The metallic pieces start rattling. And it seems like it builds up vertically in a spiral, builds up vertically, goes to the top. And then suddenly, inside the tower, you feel this big poof. And this wave of energy comes crashing down from up above you.
Oh.
And it comes boom down to the bottom. Can you please, for me, roll a d6?
Oh no. 3?
As you're holding this paper, Gunther hands it back to you, and your eyes fall down once more to something you've had access to before, you've seen a lot, you've had to see visions of. Your eyes go to the projector, right?
Yeah.
As this wave comes down and hits, you guys are all treated to a small little vision.
Oh.
And suddenly the room fills up with that wild magic look, and you see a very illusionary image on the desk of a projector.
Oh.
And it seems to be on, and it is projecting. And you put the paper down and you look. It's projecting on a wall in this tower, and it is portraying a movie that you have seen before. This Avengers Reavenging or whatever I called it. And there is a couch in front of it.
Oh.
And on the couch, you see the head of someone wearing a very familiar looking hat. And then the thing disappears
Oh.
and everything pushes out again.
I just shake my
So
head.
it's like, oh,
Did you guys?
I saw that.
Oh.
Oh,
Oh.
what? I don't know.
Oh.
Oh, what?
But it's like clapping his little tentacles, all excited to hear.
I don't understand.
So we all know that these were once ordinary items, right? And I point at the drawings on the thing.
Yeah, Czar comes over too. And he
And-
grabs it from you.
Hey,
And he's like, so what?
so maybe Theodora wants them back. This is just extreme extrapolation here.
Okay.
But what if she was the original owner?
You mean she's like ancient?
Look at the date.
Huh. Well, he hands it to you. I agree with the old man. Guess we gotta go ask her. And he pulls the hammer off the back and he starts walking up the stairs.
See, now that is what I meant by asking.
And Gunther's like, well, we'll see. We don't necessarily have to resort to violence.
Well, yeah, we're gonna ask her first.
We'll try our best. And so do you follow Czar?
Yes, I follow Czar.
And up you go.
I'm definitely letting him go first.
Yeah,
though.
he goes first, and as you guys go up to this next area here, you see you've gone up probably about 20 feet. They're not normal sized floors. It's a decently long spiral staircase that runs the outer edge of the building.
Yeah.
Tapering up, so it's getting smaller. You guys make your way up to this next little room. In this room, you see the remnants of machinery, of work, of a lab of sorts. There is a workbench all across one whole half of this circle. It like spans the whole space. And there's just tools on it, there's items on it, there's all this stuff. And you see your rummager senses go off. Pastoral tech. Fall all over this thing.
Kia definitely just beelines for the work table.
And you actually see Gunther he goes and picks some things up and he goes,
Oh, wow. There's all sorts of things
This
here.
is amazing.
There's tons of stuff.
Does Zara react at all?
oh yeah, he does. He's still, he's still a rummager.
Yeah.
As distant as that might seem and as all this stuff might seem.
Are they items or are they just torn apart?
They're a little bit of both. You see pastoral tech items that are torn apart. You see pieces that look like they had magic but now do not. But there's also some items there as well. You see some bottles. You see a helmet. You see some cloaks. You see lots of things. She's clearly been working on stuff. Who knows what? Or maybe you make an investigation check.
I would like to see how much of this she's torn apart and like what she's torn out of it.
Okay.
I'm rolling really bad today. 7.
7. You don't know. It's not even necessarily that you rolled low. She's working on stuff beyond your level of knowledge.
Okay.
Who knows what she's doing? But there's definitely some items here.
I turned to Gunther. Take anything, do you think?
I'm not going to take anything, but if there's anything here that could help us deal with Theodora, because I know I've been pushing peace and happiness, but I'm no fool. I understand that if she can't be reasoned with, things might need to happen. So I leave it up to you, but I don't think I will.
Kia's going to appeal to her sense of honor and not take anything.
Not take anything?
However, she will look at Zar.
Yeah, Zar already picked up a cloak, and he is looking at it right now.
How small is it on him? Like,
It's tiny. He looks at it for a little bit, and then he just throws it down. And then he picks up like a dagger, looks at it for a little bit.
it's like a toothpick.
Yeah, and he's just like,
I'm fine with what I got.
Yeah.
can you please make a perception check for me?
Ooh, yay, 19.
19. Okay. At about that time where Zar says he thinks he's fine, you feel that rumble, right? It starts charging up and charging up. This time it comes up and it gets near the top of the tower, pulses again, and another wave, another flash of light, and you see another vision. Can you please roll a d6 once more?
A 6.
A 6. Okay. You see a flash of you're standing in front of the work desk, and suddenly it's almost like you're looking first person down. And as you look down, you see a hand go out, and it's moving this little oval thing that that Zar had. The scrape mouse. I put it up. I'll be putting it up on social media. So.
I step back.
You step back, and as you step back, you see what appears to be a vision of Theodora. Theodora is furiously clicking. She's working. She's typing into a keyboard. You see a strange little box in front of her, but you recognize you're getting that extra glow from that mouse. She's doing something. She's controlling something on a screen. And she's furiously typing away, typing away.
Does it seem like writing? Or is it a picture?
Again, it's not a picture. It's more like, it's just notes. She's like furiously going from the screen to physically writing things down. In this vision, you can't really see what it is. It's more of just a feeling or a vibe of what's going on. All of a sudden, you see her head turn to the side, and she looks over, and running in is a small creature, about as tall as Theodora is as she's sitting. And this person is wearing a very familiar hat, runs in, and starts tugging on Theodora's clothes and you see that she is holding a very, very adorable giant stuffed pink unicorn.
Oh.
And then the vision fades out. As it fades out, just to ruin your feelings, it flashes out, and where it flashes out, in that bright, you see 4 crazy-looking scarab beasts. They're standing up on 2 legs. They still look like beetles, but they're almost more humanoid. And one is holding a beetle shell as a shield, and it has like a crazy spiked arm, and they are there in place of where this image was.
Oh.
And they clack their little teeth, their little pincers, and they are there for an attack. I need you to roll initiative.
No! But we just figured out.
What did we figure out?
How do you make me so sad?
Because it's
27.
It's a jeez Louise. Okay.
I shall get my revenge.
You shall get your revenge on me. Okay. And so you are ready to rumble. I should just let you go first basically every time because I'm sure you'd get to go first. It is your turn. There are 4 of these surge scarabs. They're about the same height as that vision of the little kid we saw. And they are standing there in battle stance.
Are they right next to me?
They're probably within, you said you stepped back, so they're within probably 10, 15 feet.
Okay. I would like to jump back and pull out my bow
Okay.
and
Do a cool jump back thing.
backward hop.
Yep.
And pull out my bow
Okay.
and take 2 shots. These guys. Saving my big stuff. For 26?
26 hits.
Yay. On just one of them
Yep.
for 12 damage. Piercing.
12 piercing damage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you light one of them up.
And for the second attack, I'm going to aim for another one. And for another 26.
That hits.
And for only 8 piercing damage this time.
8 piercing damage. Okay. And we are now looking at their turn. Unless you're doing anything else.
No?
They are all kind of different. Like I said, upright, more bug humanoid-esque. Again, as you're watching them, as they start to move, little flashes of wild magic, little surge jumps. They're very unstable looking. Parts of one is just open, and some of that magic is leaking out.
Oh.
Very chaotic right now. They rush forward. They're all going to pick one of you, basically. They're spreading out and attacking individually for one. So one is going to come rushing towards you. It's got its shield up. It's got its crazy spike arm going, and it's going to make its multi-attack against you.
No.
Natural 17 makes it a 22,
That hits.
and a natural 1.
Ah.
So you get hit with this claw-based attack. Ooh, reaches forward for 5 damage.
Okay.
And then you see them attack your friends.
No.
Flibbit caught a little bit off guard. The one leaps up a little bit, doesn't attack on him. Fails twice.
Yay.
Czar, nat 20 against Czar,
Oh.
and a natural 19 against Czar. So Czar took 16 damage.
Oh no.
He took as much as he could take, basically.
Czar.
I'm fine. Focus up. And on Gunther, it misses.
Yeah.
Gunther's turn. He pops his little thunder gloves. Aims for one in front of him. He hits. He's going to aim for that first one that you hit.
Nice.
Even though he has one next to him, he's going to risk the opportunity attack and come towards you. It fails. He runs over and he's going to hit that one. And you see a little tear streaming out of Gunther's eyes as he was clearly seeing that vision as well. And so he does 12 damage. You see Gunther come over and just punch this thing, and it just explodes into lightning and magic.
Oh.
Not wildly sturdy. Same with Czar. It's his turn. He raises up his hammer. He clicks it. He activates a little bit of that magic. And he hits for 16 damage to another one of the ones that you haven't hit yet.
16 damage. Wow.
And flub it with a stench spray. Do they dodge? They do not dodge.
Yay.
And he does 11 damage.
Oh.
The second one you hit is looking pretty hurt. It is coming back around to your turn.
Is one right next to me now?
Mm-hmm.
Is it one of the ones that I hit?
Yep, it's that. Or no. Gunther just knocked that one off. There isn't one next to
Well, I hit another one.
I know, but that one rushed Gunther,
Oh.
Czar, and Flibbit. So there's one next to where Gunther was standing, next to Czar, next to Flibbit.
Okay. I would like to go to the one next where Gunther was standing.
Okay.
And take a slash.
Okay.
No, take a stab. with
Take a
my
stab,
fork
so you
knife.
rush over with your fork knife.
For 19 to hit.
19 obviously hits.
Yay. For only 7
7
piercing damage.
is
again.
enough.
Oh, yay.
So you
I stab it through the abdomen.
through the abdomen. It looks down and scrabbles at it, and then poofs into magic dust.
So they're very unstable.
They are seemingly very unstable, not leaking out gently like previous ones. You still have another attack, I believe.
I do. How long? Can I use the rest of my movement to get to
Mhm.
another one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can spit up your movement.
Yeah, because I don't think I used all of my movement to get to the
No,
other one.
no,
All right.
everything's happening within about 15 feet.
Oh, okay. Then I'm going to use my other movement to get to the one next to Flibbit.
Next to Flibbit, he's like,
and
help me out.
take a swipe with my spoon sword for 16.
That does hit.
Yay.
That is what they needed.
And 8
8 damage. Okay, Flibbit's like,
slices.
And Gunther's like, good move, Kia.
Thanks.
And then the one next to Flibbit turns and faces you. It's going to make another 2 attacks on you. Natural 17, natural 16. That would be a 19 and a 21.
Yep.
A he. 9 damage.
Oh, okay.
And
Ow.
Flibbit's turn. He's going to go, how you doing?
Relatively fine.
Relatively fine. Okay. You want some heals?
Sure.
Okay, here we go. And he is going to reach down and he's going to cast a Cure Wounds on you.
Yay.
Second level. Why am I rolling a d20?
20 health.
14 healing.
Oh, that's pretty
Back
good.
to you. He rolled very good.
Thanks, Flibbit.
Yeah, no problem. We gotta defeat these guys though, right?
Yeah.
Stay safe. I'm running out of spells, by the way.
Okay,
He has those good amount, but he's just letting you know. And now it is
I'm back to the health that I started this episode at.
nice. And now it is Gunther's turn. Again, he rushes over. He actually rushes to the one that Czar's with.
Oh.
And he's like, don't worry, Czar. Zax, I got you. He hits.
Oh.
And he takes out the one next to Czar.
Nice. How does Czar
I
feel
was gonna
about
say,
getting
you
saved?
see Czar say, the thing blows up. It was Czar's turn next. He had his hammer back. He was like ready to strike, and Gunther comes over and punches it. It explodes again. He reaches down and grabs Gunther on his turn, and he said, leave it alone, old man. I can handle my own fights. And he puts Gunther back down.
Just like, just to lift him up.
Yep, just to be annoyed. And so Czar has his turn now, and he sees one left. He sets Gunther down, and he charges it with his Minotaur
Ooh.
charge. Cast dodge. Okay, and so you see Czar rush forward, horns down, and just pierce into this thing and kick it up into the sky. 4. Not quite enough. It hits the ceiling. 12 damage.
Oh, wow.
Bounces off, comes down, is fallen prone as it hits.
Ooh, nice.
And it is now Flibbit's turn. Oh, wait, no, he healed you. It's
Yeah.
your turn, sorry.
All right. I am going to just walk over to it and whack it across the head
So
with my
technically you
spoon
have
sword.
advantage because it's prone.
17.
Definitely hits.
Yay.
Doesn't take
4.
much to take this guy out. What can you do?
6 damage.
That will do it.
Yay.
So you
I
go
just-
over to whack it, and as you whack it, it splatters out across the floor in this like explosion of dust powder, and it like goes across all your guys' ankles. You feel it hit, it tingles, it feels weird. It is gone.
I definitely like shake my leg and try to. I'm not trying to clean this off though. I don't want to risk that.
Yeah, that's fair. It goes calm again. And you guys are still in this
say-
workshop room.
Guys, we gotta go. Gotta keep going up.
We gotta keep going up. All right, here we go.
Kia's inwardly groaning
Why is that?
because she's so sad.
She's so sad.
For Theodora.
Yep. You go. Are you first then to the stairwell this time?
I definitely let Zar go first.
Okay, Zar.
After you.
He kind of shoves you out of the way a little bit, and he takes a step. As he takes a step on there, you see the step depress a little bit, and another flash of light, only this one is a surge of electricity.
Oh no.
As he triggers a trap on the step. And can you please make a dexterity saving throw as you see the surge coming across the floor? Everybody.
Oh.
As it comes across the whole floor. And you can try to time your jump.
I did not roll good. 12.
12? Okay. Actually, 12 beats it.
Oh, yay.
So Zar and Gunther don't beat it.
Oh, no.
And they both take 6 lightning damage.
Gunther!
And he shocks. And Zar's like, grits his teeth and powers through it. And then it goes away. Or Gunther goes, that hurt. Let's be a little bit more careful, please.
All right. You all right?
I'm all right for now.
Okay.
Let's keep going.
It looks like Theodora took a page from your book, Zar.
Yeah. She always did steal other people's thoughts and ideas.
You guys start walking up the stairs. Zar being a little bit more careful. He finds, let's see if he finds. Got a nat 20. He finds the other 2 stairwell traps that were there. He steps over. He points at them for you guys. And you guys make your way up once more. As you start making your way about halfway up the stairwell again, you feel the tower start to... And another rumble surge
on the stairwell?
Through. Yep. It's starting to happen quicker.
Okay. I definitely brace myself against the wall.
Okay, you brace yourself against the wall, and you are able to hold there. Everybody kind of braces up, and suddenly, again, you see this flash. This time, you see, kind of in front of you, hovering in the ground, almost. It's interesting. You see what looks like Theodora driving what looks to be a car.
Oh.
And she's driving along, and in the little seat, again, you can't really see the face ever, but hat, big unicorn being held in her lap, a pair of familiar-looking sunglasses on her face, and Theodora is driving up this hill, and you kind of come around a corner on the vision, and as you come around the corner, you see this tower.
Oh.
This factory that looks an awful lot like where you are right now. Far-flung tower.
But that means...
far long ago.
Oh. So, is there any sign of the ocean?
Not from where she's driving. We'll say as you come crest over the hill, there is an ocean in the background, but only on one side.
Ah. Interesting. All right. Does the vision end?
Yeah, the vision ends.
I say, oh, all right. I pull out my map again.
But it's like, I don't really understand why. What are you going to find?
Okay. So I point at Farflung Tower.
Okay.
And I keep walking up the stairs, but I point at Farflung Tower. Say, so that was originally connected to that. And I point at the continent.
Gunther's like, yeah, it does seem that way. So she had a daughter.
Yeah.
And she's old.
Well, yeah.
And he goes, Zar, did you know about this? And Zar just kind of looks out. He goes, no, but I'm not surprised. She always had more going on than she ever told us.
Did you have that timeless quality about her?
She did. She did have that timeless, annoying quality about her.
I wonder what happened.
I don't know. I guess we keep going.
Yeah, I go a little faster.
You go a little faster. Zar kind of catches on. You go up a little faster. You see the next room is kind of like a bedroom.
Oh.
And as you come in here and see, you see that there is a larger bed on one side and a little bunk bed on the other side with a little toy chest, it looks like, against the wall.
Mm-hmm.
And you see some drawings on the wall itself. Clearly, mom and daughter came and were in this tower periodically.
And, okay, I take a look at the drawing.
You take a look at the drawings, and what you see is kind of interesting. You actually see the tower that you're in, right? And at the top, there's a little mom and a daughter holding hands. But around the mom, there's purple clouds.
Oh.
And there's dark clouds. And then there's another drawing, and it shows Theodora, you can see, it seems like, based on crayon-style drawings, sitting at a table with a box and little purple sparks coming out of it. And clearly, it's showing you that Theodora was working on stuff all the way back then, maybe.
Oh.
Can you please make for me a investigation check?
13.
13? You also see an interesting little tidbit in the corner, and you see a bunch of artwork of dragons.
Oh.
Yep. And they're all flying in the sky.
Okay. And they're all like, are they different dragons?
There are different dragons, yeah.
Are there any purple dragons?
No purple dragons.
All right.
Nope. That's what you see?
I definitely could go quickly past this.
And as you are in this room, you see, it's pretty cozy. There's a rug. There's that big bed where maybe Theodora slept. Who knows? And there is one more stairwell. As you go to look at the base of this stairwell, Czar's standing there, and he goes, I think we're at the last stop here, folks. And he looks up, and you can see through, and there's an opening, and you can see out into the sky.
Oh.
And out near the top of the tower, it looks like it's recessed almost inside. It's like there's a platform built and there's walls around it, but you can see up through a like mesh dome the sky above. Little peek, and you see those clouds pumping out up above this thing through a bunch of little pipes, through a bunch of little things, stuff pumping out. And as you feel this look, you feel another surge come quicker up the tower. And another flash. And can you please roll for me another D6?
4.
You see the flash happen, and then in this bedroom, you see a different flash, a flash of a memory.
Oh.
And little girl was drawing on the wall, and you actually see the point where her crayon was drawing a dragon, and then it goes sideways. Like she felt the rumble too.
Oh.
And you see her run to the stairwell and yell, Mom, what's happening? And you see her run up the stairs, and right at about that time, you see a very, very big flash in this memory, and then the whole thing ends out.
I definitely had started running up next to the girl and say, all right, everybody, let's just go quietly and don't make any sudden movements.
I'm going to need you to roll a persuasion check with disadvantage right now.
No.
On Czar Bloodhoof with disadvantage.
Disadvantage. Just still pretty good. Persuasion?
Yep.
An 11.
He looks at you and he goes, the time for being quiet is over. It's time to do things my way.
Wait, what?
And he shoves you aside and he charges up there because he got a 19 on his. And he goes up there, and as he rushes up there, you hear a voice call out.
I rush.
You guys are rushing up too? And she goes, well, you might all as well come up. I know you're here. And
Czar, stop!
Czar runs up, and you hear him yell, Theodora, it's time to finish this. And as you rush up to the top, you see big, open, empty room. In the middle of the room is this machine, this huge machine. Pipes and gears and whirs. It's connected to the tower. It seems like wires run all the way to the ground. There are pipes coming up, shooting out purple magic, purple mist, all this stuff. And standing at a console in the middle is Theodora. She has screens. She has past world tech galore. There's stuff seemingly attached to this.
Oh.
And then sitting around the pedestal up high on the machine on 6 pedestals are 6 familiar items. Hat, glasses, mouse, projector, lamp, and
Unicorn.
And they are sitting up on these pedestals, wired into this machine, and there is a pulse of energy going around them.
So how far away am I from Theodora?
This room is probably about 100, or it's probably about 60 feet diameter. So to the middle of the room, we're talking about 30 feet roughly, maybe 30, 40 feet.
Okay. I am going to sprint towards Theodora.
You're going to attempt to sprint
towards Theodora.
You start to move Czar also, he starts to move, and she goes, that's far enough. And she hits a button on her console, and you guys see this like wave of energy, this shock wave of energy pulse over and rush towards you like an ocean wave.
Oh.
And as it rushes towards you like an ocean wave and hits you, you guys are needing to roll dexterity or strength saving throws to decide if you are being pushed back.
14.
14. You are pushed back 10 feet. Czar, strength saving throw. He is able to be pushed back, but he keeps his footing enough. Gunther and Flibbit weren't quite upstairs yet. They're coming up now. And she's like, you can't stop me now. This is my last chance to save everything.
It's too unstable.
I fixed it. This time, it'll be much safer, much better, because it'll be channeled through me.
And she goes to hook herself up to the machine.
Does she have like an attach point?
No, into her body.
Oh.
Like putting a IV into a vein. She sticks this like surge of magic energy into her, and she starts doing something. And Gunther's like, Theodora, wait! Stop this now! You're doing too much damage! And she's like, you never could understand, Gunther. Or wait, that was Czar. You never could understand, honey. And that's why I've got to be the one to fix it.
Can I move again?
Yeah, you can move. You just
Okay.
got pushed back.
I'm going to... Are we in turn-based right now?
Not as of yet, but it depends on what you want to do.
Do I have enough movement to get to her
No, without things happening.
without dashing?
You can try.
I mean, just distance-wise.
Distance-wise, you have enough movement,
Okay.
but you just got blasted back by a wave of energy. So,
Does she seem focused?
oh
on
yeah,
this?
oh yeah.
I mean, on the IV thing.
She's focused on you guys.
Okay.
She is not distracted in this moment. She has a look in her eye that looks just a little bit crazy.
Oh, I know what I'm going to do. I haven't done this in a while.
Okay.
So, bonus action,
Okay.
since I'm treating this, and I am going to wind up my little watch of speed.
Okay.
So
Okay.
that
So it's harder to hit.
harder to hit.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you activate the Golden Watch of Speed, once stolen by the Mojingle, back on your wrist.
And so I blur, and I'm gonna do it. I take out my little spray can, spray my spoon sword, and I am going to attempt to rush towards Theodora.
Okay. Can you please make for me, I'm going to call it your choice of athletics or acrobatics, as you rush, and she sends out another wave. But I'll allow it to be an acrobatics or athletics check instead of a saving throw because your Golden Watch is speed, and technically you can do it at advantage
Okay.
because the thing gives them disadvantage, right?
All right, so acrobatics. Advantage. Woo-hoo-hoo! Ha-ha! Take that, Theodora. 25.
25. Kia, you start to run. A wave of energy comes for you. What do you do?
I take a leap
Okay.
and twist in the middle of
Twist
the air.
in the middle. Imagining a little bit of like
And just for fun, I do the 3-point landing.
a 3-point landing on the other side.
Yeah.
And then you look up at her and she starts calculating some things on the machine. She starts to get another one going, it seems, but you manage to get there and you're taking an attack.
I'm going to take an attack
This is happening, and then we're gonna roll initiative.
because I cast Ensnaring Strike.
Okay.
So
Okay. And so, what is you attack first?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, actually, I have to hit her.
Have to hit her first. Okay.
Non-natural 20.
A non-natural 20 hits.
Yes.
So what do I do? Or is it just happen?
Okay, so you need to make a strength saving throw as vines shoot from the spoon. The giant spoon.
An 11?
Nope.
Okay.
You are restrained.
And so, vines shoot from the sword. I'm going to look up what restrained means officially.
Because this is my only way to restrain you without actually actively trying to
Okay,
restrain you.
speed becomes 0. Can't benefit from bonus attack rolls. Against the creature have advantage, etc., etc. Creature has disadvantage on dexterity saving throws. Vines shoot out, grasp Theodora. She's like, no, wait. And she gets wrapped up. And in that moment, before you get your second attack, she reaches down and she goes, it's going to take more than that. And she punches a different button on the machine.
Like before they entangle her?
Well, it just restrains her speed. It does not stop her from using actions.
Oh.
And so they entangle her, but she still has her hands. She punches a thing on the machine, and suddenly the swirl of magic goes around Theodora, kind of pushes through her, and then stepping out of this tornado of wild magic, you see a giant foot come down, and it is pink and fluffy, and then all of a sudden you see yourself a giant fist come out, and you are punched by a very giant wild magic surged pink unicorn.
I knew it!
And I need you.
As soon as you said it was pink and fluffy.
And she rolled a natural 18.
Oof, yes,
So
that
you
hits.
so you are hit. Can
Hey,
you
but
make
there's walls around this.
There are, yeah. You're not going off. But you are punched. It's not too painful. It is a stuffed unicorn. And you take... Wow, terrible. 9 damage. That was terrible.
That was terrible.
And can you please roll a d8?
D8?
Mhm.
Wait.
As this punch
no.
hits you, a surge of wild magic charges up, and it collides with you.
4.
4. Okay. And
How many wild magic tables do you
as
have?
I make them so much. And as it hits you, coming from its arm is this like sparkler fireworks that sparkle up and go crackle, crackle, crackle. And as it hits you, you are launched with like a mortar firework backwards about 15 feet. And then as you land, it goes and does an extra 2 damage to you as a
Ow.
firework explodes. As you look up, it crosses its arms in front of you and then like pushes them to its side, rears up its unicorn head and roars to the sky.
Wait,
as
can you
this-
do a neigh?
Nay! And then
That was amazing.
as it does that, there another pulse comes through the tower and pulses out, and the whole thing looks unstable. It has pieces falling off of it. It's bursting with magic. And
Wait, the unicorn or the tower?
unicorn. The
Oh, okay.
unicorn. And things are starting to happen quicker. And she goes, deal with that first, and then maybe we can talk. And it charges forward towards you guys. At about that time,
It's a
can you
giant
make a
stuffed
perception check
unicorn.
for me here?
Oh, natural 24.
Natural?
Yeah.
It don't matter.
25.
Natural 20. This thing starts charging towards you guys like ka-chee, ka-chee, ka-chee. With that most recent flash, you see through the legs of this creature, it's about 20 feet tall,
Mhm.
you see another illusory image.
Oh.
You see Theodora, she's standing there with thing in her arm. She's kind of got purple magic almost like going into her body right now. You see a second Theodora in this illusory image standing
Oh.
in a slightly different spot, machine very similar. And she's panicked. She's pulling on levers. Things are happening. There's a lot of flashing happening. And you see little girl run across the opening, reaching out her hand right as that flash again happens. And then that is where we are going to end our episode for this week. And we will continue the fight against Theodora, against the unicorn, and against
The memories.
the memories next time. So, thank you all for listening. I actually think we're going to finish this podcast next episode. I'm excited.
I'm terrified.
But yes, we've still been getting comments and questions. The mom got a question
Oh.
about whether or not she likes coffee as much as Calvacia, and the answer is
Yes.
That's it. But we'll
That's
take it. So thank you again for listening. Let's do another cheers to the end of the podcast shortly. Well, the end of the season, I should say. And we shall see you next time.
On
Dadventurous.
Dadventurous.